Oh, he's giving the credit up to
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Last Night Productions. I'm your host, Carlos. With me today, got Samantha, we got Jake, we got Ian, and we got Chris. And we're already cracking jokes, guys. We're already cracking up over here.
Yeah, mean stares, but usually crack jokes.
Today, we are going to review 1990s Marked for Death, starring Steven Seagal. He's a retired FBI agent. He's kind of just taking a break for now. But he is marked for death after he gets revenge on a Jamaican drug lord. I think his name's Screwface.
Yes, that is true.
But yeah, this is my first Steven Seagal movie. It was kind of a trip.
Like you've ever seen?
Never seen
Oh,
one. Yeah.
wow, okay.
But I've seen like some of his newer YouTube videos where he's doing like judo, and
it's like, well, funny. He practices Aikido.
Oh, Aikido,
which people say is like the most bullshit martial art like practice ever. Because it's just like,
it kind of looks like it.
You're just like pushing, kind of like, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's all about, I think it's all about like disarming
transferring
people.
Energy.
What happens when you lose your sword in battle? And then
that's what it is. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we are gonna get into that after we watch the trailer for Marked for Death.
Jamaican gangs known as posses are now dominating the American drug trade.
In Above the Law, he got tough.
Who's that?
John Hatcher, DEA.
In Hard to Kill, he got even.
This is not the time for you to walk out on me. I've had enough. He thinks he's retired.
He still looks functional to me.
Now, the man with the short fuse is marked for death.
I want you to meet my sister, Goddess of Fire.
Steven Seagal is John Hatcher.
He's dead. And he don't even know it.
A good cop.
Your family has been marked.
In a bad mood.
He said he'd kill us both.
I don't think he's gonna get the chance.
What are you planning to do?
I'm gonna take out the posse. One thought he was invincible. The other thought he could fly. They were both wrong. Who do you fear? Him or me? I'm gonna deliver you into the light.
Steven Seagal is marked for death.
It's my silent partner.
But this time, he's bringing out the big guns. Steven Seagal, marked for death.
Are you some kind of cop?
Nah, I'm just a concerned citizen.
I think that we were talking about doing bad movies, and then we started talking about Steven Seagal movies. Ian suggested this one. It's kind of a good. I enjoyed it.
It's my favorite.
It's a good movie.
It's my favorite Steven Seagal movie.
I thought we were gonna do bad movies.
Well, I thought we were saying that for Christian though.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's kind of Christian's ideas, so
yeah,
let him choose.
We can still stay in the realm of Steven Seagal and do a bad movie.
Yeah, he has a lot of bad movies. So
yeah, I think some of his newer ones. We were watching a YouTube video
that he produced and did himself
with like his own studio. Yeah,
accent it himself.
Yeah. But yeah, he's taking on people like Jimmy Fingers, Screwfaces in this one. And there's a lot of those one-liners in there, like we saw in the trailer. I thought they could fly.
That's one of my favorite. They're both wrong. It's so good.
Fantastic.
So good.
And some great action too. There's some good
it's a lot
good
of
effects.
Compound fractures. Yeah.
Breaking like the elbows and stuff.
Yep. There's like at least like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Ian, I'll start with you. Why did you choose Marked for Death?
I think you brought up your coworker was talking about Steven Seagal movies.
Yeah, he said if you want to watch some bad movies, watch Steven Seagal.
But I like it. Like I've only seen like maybe, I don't know, 6 of his movies, which I guess is a lot. But what up, Juan?
What up?
Yeah, this is my favorite It's always been my favorite. I like pretty much all of like his first like 4.
Oh, okay.
This is I think his 3rd movie that he did
Oh,
that he
wow.
starred in. Yeah, I was like, when I saw Steven Seagal, I was like, we should do this. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Mhm.
Chris, what do you think about Marked for Death?
I liked it. It reminds me a lot of like in the realm of that Chuck Norris movie we watched.
yeah.
Something USA.
Yeah.
Invasion USA.
Invasion
yeah.
USA.
Yep.
But I think this is what year did that Chuck Norris one come out?
84, 5.
84. Okay, yeah. This came out in 90.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course it's going to be a little bit more technically advanced,
Right,
and
yeah.
filming and all that. But it's
Invasion, but I mean, I'll give Invasion USA. I like that movie, but I mean, they blow up houses and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
in that.
yeah.
So, I mean, you do. I'll give it props for that.
I think that
technically.
one. They also have a scene where a car's smashing through a mall.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty badass
like this
too.
one, yeah.
That's yeah.
Oh,
the-
yeah.
the jewelry store, which I'll bring up the jewelry store in
Dude,
a little bit
the
later.
jewelry store.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's got some good action. It's funny to watch Steven Seagal run around like a pansy.
His ponytail flapping
His
around.
his arms, like
Yeah.
when he runs, he's like, "Ugh." And at the beginning, you're like, he's like running and just fucking shoving people out of the way for no
Yeah.
reason.
People that aren't even in the way. He's
Yeah.
like runs over and shoves them.
He goes over there. But
It looked like they needed a good push.
every time he ran in this movie, it's so funny with the gun too. He just runs like, I don't know, it's the way he runs.
He seems like a big guy that's like tall.
You think he hit a
like
growth
me.
spurt and isn't comfortable with his body yet?
Yeah, that's kind of what it's like,
Yeah.
right? Probably a little awkward to be that tall. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe so.
I've
He
seen
learned
some
all
awkward
his
tall
Aikido
people.
when he was like 5'3", and then
Yeah.
bam.
It's funny.
Jake, what'd you think about Marked for Death?
It was awesome. Yeah. It was totally the right amount of cheesy. And
Oh wait, get the mic
I-
closer. I just want to be able to
It
hear you.
was totally the right amount of like cheesiness, to be like super funny, but you can get into the story and everything. Wasn't boring at all. It was fun. So I really like this one.
Nice. Sam, did you like it?
Yeah, I gotta say it was very cheesy. I don't know if this was a movie that's supposed to be serious, and then it just comes off as extremely like.
Well, this is my first Seagal
Cheese.
movie. He kind of seems a little cheesy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
He's
not.
kind of a cheesy
That's-
guy.
He just has a,
I dug him in this one.
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't mind him. Yeah, I don't mind him. I like him and Keith David. I think they work well
Oh,
together.
Keith David.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Steven Seagal himself wasn't very cheesy. He seemed like, but like the I guy. he
Oh, yeah,
was-
all the Jamaican
oh
stuff
my
going on.
God.
I liked him as a
Screwface.
villain, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? Not
He
a bad
was-
villain.
I liked him.
I thought
kind
it
of
was pretty
fun.
good.
Something about his green eyes
Yeah.
too. He
Yeah.
fucking
Right,
felt
It is
right.
like,
Green
I
eyes.
could maybe
Yeah.
green eyes are a little.
I think
silly, but-
I mean it's memorable.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sticks. I always remember that about him.
Did I miss it? Did they explain why he's got the scars on him?
I don't
Like
think
the
so.
pattern scars?
Yeah,
He's got
I
them on
don't-
his back and I
right.
noticed on his face too.
Yeah, I don't know. They might not have explained that.
In Black Panther, doesn't Killmonger have those?
They,
He's
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
those are
that's
my
right.
kills?
Yeah,
I might be wrong. I don't know.
yeah, but you're right. He does have those in Black Panther.
Yeah, there's a lot of great things that happened that made me laugh. And I don't know if I was supposed to laugh or not.
Well, we were like making fun of like a lot of it. Just mainly we were making fun of Steven. The thing about the like Jake's just like he looks like he should be working in a jewelry store, and then when they end up in the jewelry store, like hey, today's my day off, and I had to come in to do a stupid jewelry store anyway. Why did I have to
Always
come
wearing
in?
all
all
black.
black?
all
yeah.
the
Yeah,
time.
my man.
Yeah.
I'm the man in black.
I like in the jewelry store too, they get into a shootout and then he runs out of bullets, so he just throws the gun to the side and pulls out another.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, that's right. Yeah.
Good thing I brought these spare guns instead of
Fucking-
spare
his
magazines.
Fucking woolly willy goatee, whatever the fuck you call Van Dyke, whatever. Oh, he's 6'4".
He's
damn.
6'4".
Wow.
He's pretty tall.
Yeah.
He's a Russian Mongol.
Yeah. I'm
That's a
Russian.
lie.
I'm Russian, actually. Yeah, I'm a Russian Mongol. That's why I'm so friendly with them over there.
Did you say what you thought?
Yeah. So you liked it?
I had a pretty good time.
I'm glad.
I was going ooh,
Yeah.
especially with the broken
Oh, yeah.
arms. I think
Yeah.
we saw some eye gouging.
That's right.
The eye
Yeah.
gouging part was-
Yeah.
I didn't see
throwing
that
him down the
until
elevator
today.
shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's pretty crazy.
decapitation. He just slices
That's
the
right.
dude's
He
whole
slices
head
the dude's
off.
hand off in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That was pretty good
Cuts
too.
the gun right out of his hand.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the jewelry store. I want him to keep going on the jewelry store. That was
Yeah.
an excellent one.
Yeah.
He just
I think
shoves him
like,
through the
"Are you gonna
case.
kill her? I don't care. I don't know her.
I don't know.
Kill her. I don't care.
So funny.
Yeah.
My dad was saying that him and Jean-Claude Van Damme had a lot of beef, like back and
I'm
forth,
sure they did.
trying to make the better action
Yeah,
film.
I'm sure they did. They were kind of like the second tier after like Stallone and Schwarzenegger. I feel like,
Oh, okay.
but I still like Seagal and Van Damme movies.
Yeah.
They're still fun.
I feel like Van Damme. I've seen more of his movies, but I
Yeah.
might lean more towards Van Damme right now.
Oh, definitely. I prefer Van Damme.
Like his athleticism, he's
Yeah.
always doing the splits and stuff.
Yeah, I prefer Van Damme.
He doesn't look as funny when he runs either. At
Yeah,
least not from what I can remember.
yeah. He looks funny when he dances, though. Not
Yes.
that much.
Yeah, no, this is a great pick.
Yeah, I just feel it's a really good representation of the era. Like,
Yeah.
This is a really good like action movie of the time.
Yeah.
1990, and this came out in October.
Yeah, which is kind of an odd time for it, but I think it did well. I think it like his movies were making a lot of pretty decent money.
Yeah, and then a couple months later, Predator 2 comes out. and
That's
they're
I was gonna
fighting the
bring that up.
Jamaicans.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I get 1990. They had a hard on for Jamaican villains. Like
Yeah.
Jake brought that up. How like we were kind of talking about if you could do that nowadays, make the Jamaicans.
They did it in what year did Bad Boys? Is it the second one with the Jamaican villains?
Sudden Death. Yeah, Steven, we do need to review that. You got to be on for that one if we do that.
Is that a Seagal?
It's Van Damme. It's like it's
Is it-
the hockey
Oh, okay.
hockey. It's like Die Hard in a hockey arena.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It's pretty good. It's a good one. What are you saying?
I was gonna say Bad Boys is one of them has like the whole Jamaican bad guys in it.
I don't know. What I remember in the second one, they're Cuban or something. Aren't they like
Or maybe they're Haitian.
maybe
I just
was
remember
that
the
one
whole
of newer
scene where
ones?
he's like
I've only seen the first two.
he's like knocking on the door and I always quote it, but he goes, "The devil is not welcome here" or something.
Okay. Is that one of the newer ones?
No,
Did one come out
well,
this year?
No, it's not one of the new ones. No, it's,
Okay.
it's like first or second one. I
It's
think.
probably the first one then, because Steve and I watched the second one recently, like a year ago, and it was like the dude looked like I kept telling Steven the bad guy, and that one reminded me he looked like Hispanic Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
And yeah, and I think they're importing ecstasy from some country or something. I can't remember.
Bad Boys 2 is a yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
Steven,
actually,
in the
they were
second one there,
Haitian, yeah.
but I thought like Hispanic Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. I don't remember the like actual plot. That's interesting though.
The devil is not welcome here.
I remember that.
There was like voodoo going on in this film too.
Yeah, the chicken, the spreading of the blood of the chicken.
Yeah.
That was hot too.
Oh yeah, we got yeah.
She's in the bathtub.
There's a decent amount of tits in this movie.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
The one chick that shoots him. She's like, no, bam, bam, bam.
Right.
Yeah,
and then
nice
he kills her,
tits.
right? Yeah. I had to kill a naked woman today. I like he kind of because like I kept telling Jay, it's like I feel like I'm doing a Trump impression, but it's not really because he goes high a little bit, you know, like
Trump.
No, it's Seagal. I feel
Really?
like he goes high, you know, like I don't really think that you should actually be doing it like this, you know. I think your whole method of operation is wrong. Whereas Donald Trump, you know, it's sort of more, you know, I don't know. There's a difference, but it's sort of in that same register.
Huh.
But yeah,
That's funny.
kept doing his voice while we were watching this movie.
I'm just a concerned citizen.
I'm just a concerned citizen.
Johnny Tapia.
That's the bad guy. That's the bad guy, I think, in Bad Boys too, if I'm not mistaken. And Hispanic Aaron Rodgers.
How'd their beef start with the
Jean-Claude.
drug dealers?
Oh,
You know what? I thought that was hella cheeseball too when the drug dealers are sitting at the school.
Mhm.
at the
He's
high
like, here's
school.
some weed. He was like, you want some crack? And they immediately just go straight to crack.
Yeah.
The girl's
That's
like,
probably-
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
I'll
Yeah.
throw
How
some
that
crack.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is that where their beef started? Is they
I
saw
think so.
them
Yeah,
dealing the
yeah.
kids?
Keith David is really.
Yeah.
He goes, come on. Just ignore the weird 40-year-old Jamaican
Yeah.
dudes dealing drugs to the 17-year-olds. Come on, let's go.
They're wearing like varsity jackets.
I liked
too.
his getup. He had a varsity jacket
Like-
with jeans and like some nice suede shoes.
Like blending
I thought he
in
looked
with the
fucking
youths.
awesome. No, I would wear that. I thought
You
he
should
looked
be
pretty
Steven
fresh.
Seagal for Halloween, dude.
Dude, we were watching. Do you remember the Glimmer Man? Stephen and I bought The Glimmer Man on DVD at Dimple the same day. We went back to my mom's house and watched it. The movie ends with just Steven Seagal, like they're like he's in the middle of the road and they're just kind of zooming out and it goes to credits and Steven Seagal's just like standing there and it's just on him. And you go up to the TV, you start doing that. You should be. I mean, you got the all black kind of going. You should be Steven Seagal.
I gotta get the ponytail.
Get you a
Yes,
wig
you need the ponytail.
with a fat widow's peak, like
Yeah.
a fucking Dracula flow.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
I love that scene when he goes to the football field and is waiting for his friend to notice him, and he's just got a ball and he's like cheesing, like
Yeah,
Put me in, coach.
yeah.
I'm a happy guy.
What? I thought you got shot in Bangkok.
I feel like
Or
that's the
whatever.
most expression he gives off in the whole movie.
Pretty
though.
much, yeah.
He actually looks genuinely happy. I don't know
Yeah.
if he was acting or what.
Yeah, before I knew he was like waiting for his friend to recognize him, I was like, what is he doing at that football
Yeah,
field?
he's
He's
having a good time.
smiling,
He's just-
smiling
Yeah.
at them kids, waiting to throw the pigskin.
Yeah, exactly.
Pickleback, whiskey pickleback.
This
Is it that
now
time?
A pickleback break. All right. Cheers, everybody. We got fried pickles and we got picklebacks with whiskey.
Get your pickle. Get your pickle juice. You got it back. Go ahead. Supposed to do a bam.
Sheesh. Ooh, delicious.
Do you like it?
I would have just shot it straight. I don't think I needed the pickle.
No.
It's good. It's fine. So I wrote down some quotes that stood out to me. I think it was like his niece was in the hospital, and he goes up to the doctor, same doctor from Terminator 1 and 2.
That's right.
Yeah.
The psychologist.
The psychologist.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that part.
But he says, "You treat your patient like the president of the United
Yeah.
States."
You understand me, the president of the United States, okay? Does it like just really just like nonchalant almost? Like he's like really tired. Doctor, let me tell you something. You treat that girl like she's the president of the United States. You understand? We treat our patients like the president of the United States, okay? I'm really tired. I want to go home and sleep. Okay? I've been fighting Jamaican drug dealers all day. Okay?
And does his whole family die in this movie?
I
I don't think anybody
Yeah, I
does.
don't think any of his family.
No?
She just gets shot up.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I think she's like in critical
They're
care.
about. What are they about to do to his? What was his sister?
Oh yeah,
Was
they
that
were
his
about to
sister?
like sacrifice her
Yeah.
or something.
But yeah,
But
the whole
Whoa.
time, I was like, "Come on, titty, come on, titty."
Yeah.
They're almost coming out.
she was not wearing a bra, obviously, and
Yeah.
it was pretty.
No,
evident.
she was wearing a bra, but then in the
No.
scene where she's crawling around the house and running, you could see her bra under her shirt, and then when
Well,
they cut it
when she's
off, she had
running
no
down,
bra.
when she's running around before that, she's not wearing a bra. I'll tell you that much. I was paying very close attention.
I was too. I thought I seen a bra.
Well, you weren't paying enough attention, sir.
No.
Oh, I think that's why I brought up the voodoo was because the lady, she put her witchcraft on Screwface, and then he like woke up in the middle of the night.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's kind of like real,
Yeah.
because he actually felt it, and he goes back and he kills her. For
When I
it.
first saw this movie with the ending, I was like, "Is this actually supernatural? Like, what's
Right?
going
Yeah.
on?" I know you were confused with the ending.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
just happened?
I like it. We're jumping ahead.
Because I thought that was like the
Talk
end,
to
you
the.
know?
talk
I
to
thought that was like the
it
end
tricked.
of the movie.
Yeah, it
Oh,
tricks, it tricks
you know?
you. Yeah,
I
it
was
tricks
like,
you.
what the fuck?
When I first thought, I was
know.
like, "Is this like?
Yeah.
Are we going for a supernatural thing? This
There's
guy
like-
just can't be killed." Like,
There's like less than 10 minutes left. of the
yeah,
movie,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah. That's what I've always liked about this movie too. That kind of angle.
yeah, makes it different.
Yeah.
Changes it up a little bit. I'm Jimmy Fingers. I'm a made man, and then he shoots him and he says, "God made man."
It's too good.
So funny. And then the one from the trailer that we were talking about, one thought he was invincible, other thought he could fly.
So they were both wrong. It's one of my favorite quotes ever.
I'm also a sucker for just a Keith David team up.
Yeah.
We got the one where he teams up against the aliens.
Oh, they live.
They live.
He's great in that.
He's in
great
Halo
he's
as
great,
Arbiter.
Yeah, he's great in the Thing.
He's
great-
Arbiter in Halo.
Yeah, I told
Oh,
you
no
that.
shit.
Yeah. He's great in There's Something About Mary.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he was the dad.
Yeah.
You got the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? Anything he's in, he's always good.
Yeah. Always love seeing him. I did have a problem with one of the scenes though. Maybe it's because it's HD. Because we were watching that trailer and what was that ratio? Like 48.
It's like 4:3.
4:3?
which is odd. I don't know if like it was open mat or something. They just didn't like maybe at the theater they would have matted it to 185. I don't know, but you're right. Yeah, it's
like
weird.
360p.
Yeah,
And it kind of,
yeah.
I don't know, it kind of sells some of the action. I wonder if it'd be better to watch it like that rather than HD. How we're
I
watching
don't
it
think
now.
so because like on a 35mm print, it'd be pretty good quality.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, when they struck it from the negative, it's still you lose a generation. That's the thing with like Blu-rays and 4Ks. Like they go back to the original camera negative, whereas 35mm theatrical prints were struck from the inner positive, which is a generation removed from the negative. It's very scientific. I don't have the time to get into it right now, but basically that's like I don't even really know. I'm not gonna pretend to know how I know how that all works, but like you do kind of lose a level of detail when you strike a print from the negative. And a lot of people say sometimes it's kind of bad to scan. I don't know if they took this from the negative or not. They might have done an inner positive, but sometimes they say it's bad to go back to the negative because you see a little too much like wires or things like that, because it's like legit what they shot like in camera. What would you notice? Like mistakes?
I just feel like or maybe it's Seagal's acting. He gets wedged between a garbage truck and a forklift or something or an excavator. And instead of just getting out of his car like a normal human, like grabbing the handle and opening it, he like slaps the side of the car and then he goes over and slaps the other side of the car.
Fire scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just acting in the car as a trapped person. He just kind of gives it a little.
Yeah.
I can't open the door. I can't open what's going on here. And then he just like slowly gets crumpled in.
It's too funny.
It's a cool idea though. I like the scene idea.
It is. Yeah, that's probably, I don't know. Maybe that's only they could have done it at that time or something.
Yeah. Well, and then he crawls out of like the biggest hole out of the roof
across broken glass, dude.
That would hurt. Yeah. He's funny.
Without a mark to be had.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he really gets hit in this one, huh?
He doesn't have no blood.
That's probably in his contract. I don't want to look dirty in this movie.
Yeah, dude. I was like, he's fighting like 20 guys, and then you look at him, and he's just like not sweating.
This is a little off topic, but after the movie, Jake and I rewatched Bob Odenkirk on Howard Stern talking about when Steven Seagal hosted Saturday Night Live, and it was just a total, just fucking abysmal experience for everybody.
I kind of want to watch it.
It's on. You can find it on Internet Archive. I've seen it, and yeah, it's kind of like how you talk about Corey Feldman. Like everyone's in on the joke except for him. Like,
yeah.
Like, and Bob Odenkirk says, like, I don't get it. So what is this shit? Like, is this like is this like supposed to be funny? I don't get like it's like you've never seen Saturday Night Live. Like, yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, this is comedy.
When you recommended it, I had just seen a video on Facebook talking about what a piece of shit Steven Seagal is, and he's like the most hated guy. And I think I put a little bit on it but that was a different video than what I seen.
Okay.
But they dive into like how much he like is always lying about like he didn't know his father, and but then he did know his father, or like some outlandish stuff. He was a Russian Mongol, and that was a lie. Then he says like, oh, I'm this ethnicity and blah blah. He's just always lying, and yeah, people hated to work with him because he wouldn't pull his punches. He didn't like physically hurt people.
Oh,
on
that's
purpose.
right. Yeah,
wow.
That's right. Yeah.
Here's a little fun fact. I've been trying to hold my tongue on saying bring this up. Shannon's mom's husband, Aaron, his Uncle Larry used to train Steven Seagal.
What?
Some sort of whatever fighting style that he did or something. But when Aaron was passing away of cancer, he was telling me about that, and then he was starting to get into hella Steven Seagal movies, and he was just watching. He was on a Steven Seagal kick because his Uncle Larry and all that stuff, but
that's wild.
And then I met his Uncle Larry, and he's just like the short, like old guy. He's got like these fat, like finger hands, probably from doing whatever fighting style.
Like, and bending all the pinkies.
But yeah, I should probably find out what his last name was, so we'd look into it, see if it's even true or not.
Yeah, that'd be cool. See if he's credited.
Shannon probably knows what it is.
I don't know.
But yeah, I guess he trained Steven Seagal.
That's badass.
not like beginning or nothing, but he had at some point in Steven Seagal's career, he went and trained with him.
Ian, what's the name of the guy we were talking about?
Frank Dukes, I think.
Frank Duke.
Yeah, he's it's like Frank Dukes is they modeled Jean-Claude Van Damme's movie Bloodsport after him, and he's like the same thing. He says like he did all this shit that apparently isn't true, and he's like a total liar.
I watched the video about it and his life, and it's super similar to Steven Seagal, where there's like a kernel of truth in his story, but then like a lot of it just gets. And I think also like throughout his life, he's telling the story, different interviews and stuff like that. But over time, somehow he keeps changing it a little bit and then a little bit more. So I think maybe also like he just starts to believe like his version of the story too.
Yeah,
he's beginning to believe.
Exactly. The one that cracked me up that we watched was the Brandon Lee one. That one, because I was buying it at first. He's like, yeah, I remember when that happened, in Carolina on the set of The Crow. I was like, okay, he knows it happened in North Carolina. Well, okay, like that's okay. Like you got me. Okay. He's like, yeah, and then he died from they shot a blank at him, and they called me up and they said, Steven, we don't get it. We shot him with a blank gun. And I told him, check that gun. There must have been some discharge in that gun. And lo and behold, they checked it, and it was. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why the fuck would they call you? So, like, you're the one who solved it. They didn't call, you pointed out, they didn't call an ambulance. They called Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal was one of the first people.
Yeah, like, it's like, fuck you, dude. Like, that's so stupid.
Instead of, like,
you're the one who
Steven
solved that
Seagal,
mystery. Fuck off.
Instead of, like, what do we do, Steven Seagal?
Yeah.
Like, how do we save him? It's like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
We need to solve this mystery.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll find the bullet.
Yeah,
there will be
there was
a
a
bullet
discharge. There was a discharge in his stomach, I'm sure. Yeah.
That's funny.
What was the one he was in? Like he saved some like I forget what it was, but apparently he said he saved some like Chinese person from I forget what it was. What was it? Do you remember? It was in that video we were watching. You were laughing about it.
Oh no, I forgot.
He like saved some big history moment or something, and he was the one that was in like Japan and saved this lady or something.
I was the guy at Tiananmen Square that stood in front of the tank.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that.
Turns out he was just there that day.
Yeah, he was
Wait,
on.
Turns out he wasn't there at all.
He was on vacation. Actually, I was on vacation.
He said he like traveled to Japan in 1968 or 69 and like trained or something, but then they have like transcripts of him being in college here in California during that time. It was like, no, you weren't there. You're here.
Silly stuff.
It's a good way to stay in the media, though. Just have everyone.
Guess
He's a
so.
liar.
Yeah.
See his name everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like the whole Howard Stern theory.
Mhm.
People keep listening to him because they hate him and they want to see what he's going to say next. People
Yeah, but that's
love him.
not nowadays though. He's so like
He sucks now.
he's so just like, the opposite, which I mean could be for the better, but at the same time it's like, I don't know. He was a little more interesting when he was so politically incorrect and whatnot.
So I've seen him fighting like when he's older and more in modern times. I haven't seen him in the 90s in his actual movies. He kind of throws his enemies around like Three Stooges. Like at a certain point, I think he even like cracks their heads together.
Yeah, yep.
So funny.
Yeah.
There was that one scene where all three of them had him, and he does like a twist, and like as he twists, he like pulls them in together, boom, and they all fall.
Yeah.
And then the main guy's like, "Get up, get up!"
Why I oughta
throwing them like. I like that one part in the mall where he like tosses some guy over the jewelry thing, and then it clips back to him, and he's like not already done with this move, and then he goes. It's so funny to me.
Yeah, and you pointed out when they're in the jewelry store, he throws someone into a case and then grabs them and throws them into the other case.
Yeah,
just a long line of doing that.
Yeah. And then the guy, part of the bad acting part on that guy, he throws him over the case, but he's supposed to fall one way, so he kind of like pushes him back up over the case again and falls.
They get all outfitted with like silencers and machine guns.
Yeah, did they make the silencers themselves?
It kind of
looked
looked
doing.
Yeah, they was like milling it and all that.
Yeah.
So, did you hear that? You only heard the slide.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty quiet. I'm the silent
And they're just
killer.
shooting some random huge chunk of
Yes,
meat in their
yeah,
warehouse.
yes,
Where'd that
yeah.
meat come from?
Yeah. I'm a butcher. I'm a butcher on the side. I've been a butcher for 15 years. I got trained by the best butcher in Japan.
Like wasting all
Have
the
you ever
bullets.
seen Gangs
that
of
it
New
just
York?
killed.
He trained me.
Yeah,
I went back in time,
exactly.
and the butcher from Gangs of New York trained
Yeah.
me.
Precisely.
He's pretty handy though. He goes back to his like bedroom back at his house, and he's like constructing
Got
like a
that
hidden gun,
thing.
Oh, that
yeah.
gun.
which I
Pretty
thought was
cool.
gonna play later. Like
Yeah,
I
that
don't think
that never came
I
back.
don't think
Huh?
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess just to
Yeah.
show that he knows his way around a gun or something.
I like they have the picture on the wall, the framed picture with all the guns in it.
Yeah,
that was pretty
That was
cool.
neat. Yeah.
He's got like his swords up on the wall too, and
Yeah.
another shot. And then he's making ammo. He's making silencers, so he's pretty handy with his
It
weapons.
certainly is.
And he's sniping people at night at the mansion.
Yeah.
The mansion kind of felt like Commando.
Yeah.
The last Commando scene.
Yeah.
I like how his goggles don't strap to his head.
Really?
He always holds them.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. God.
Night vision.
He doesn't want to mess up his ponytail.
Exactly. Can't mess up my ponytail.
Yeah, overall Steven
Agent
said
Cody Banks.
Agent Cody Banks. I haven't seen that one since it came out.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater. I don't think I've seen it since, from what I recall.
What would you guys rate Steven Seagal?
Well, should we talk about the twist ending thing?
Oh yeah,
Is it even worth talking
talk
about?
the twist. No, because I think that adds to it.
Okay.
Well, when
I
it
think I missed
happened,
it.
really,
Yeah.
he chops off the bad guy's head. He goes through the whole mansion, goes through all the enemies, kills everybody, and then he gets into the final sword fight, and it ends really quick. Me and Sam were like, "That was it. That's the ending of your movie." But then he has to take the head of the leader and go convince the gang that he has the magic power now. And then that's when the
It's a
twist
good.
happens.
It's a good reveal.
A great reveal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he like stabs his buddy, and it's like, oh, he's still alive.
Yeah,
You
it was
can't kill him.
It was kind of comedic. I mean, it's like he's holding the head, and then Screwface pops out. He's like, when he stabs him, he's like leaning over his shoulder, like his head's right next to him.
Yeah.
He's like, surprise!
Yeah, surprise,
Gotcha,
motherfucker.
bitch!
Yeah,
Like, stabs him. And it was just like, what the fuck?
yeah. Can't kill him.
I missed that whole twist.
Yeah, so they were twins. That's a good one too. Like,
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh,
When they
no
killed him.
shit.
That's why he kept calling himself I and I.
Yeah. I
Oh.
hope they weren't triplets.
That's a great.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I totally missed that whole fucking bit.
And then that's when he has to do the final boss battle.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good sword fight in that
Yeah.
one. They end up in like a restaurant or something.
Yeah,
Looks
something like
a
that, yeah.
entertainment place.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that line meant when he throws him down the elevator shaft and he says, yeah, I'm like, the fuck does that mean? I had no idea.
Yeah, a great final kill. He like gouges his eyes in. He
Goes
picks
down the elevator
up the
shaft.
dummy, throws him down the
Yes,
elevator shaft.
that's right. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that was fun. A lot of action. Keith David is like one-handing a AK and a pistol. He's just going,
Yeah, badass.
Holds the AK with his left hand and the pistol with his right hand.
Really?
I thought that was
Interesting.
I thought that was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, good stuff. You want to rate it, Chris?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't watch this movie.
Yeah. No one watches this shit anymore.
I pulled a Christian. I'll probably give it like let's just give it a 3.
Okay.
I think I'll give
Very
it a 3.
average. Yeah.
It was
C grade.
it was a fun watch. I didn't watch it all in one shot. I watched it in like 4 different segments. But yeah, I almost wanted to give it a 2.5, but I think part of it is just it's because my fault. I didn't watch it in one segment, and like piecing it together is pretty good. And just hearing that whole twist right now, I wish I would have caught that. That's fucking
good tweet. It's like an M Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. Just uneducated 3. I didn't give it a good watch, which is unfair to me to give it any less. So I give it a 3 right now.
Ian, what about you? What do you rate Marked for Death?
I'll give it a 4.5.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I really like it.
Very nice.
It's one of my favorite It's my favorite Steven Seagal movie. It's one of my favorite movies of this time era.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just everything I like out of a movie is in this movie. And yeah.
Like we were
4.5.
saying, a lot of female.
Yeah,
body,
drugs
a lot
and
of-
drugs and violence.
Oh
and
yeah,
got
there's
it
a lot
all.
of nudity. In
Yeah,
there.
it's got it all.
Jimmy Fingers himself
Jimmy
is
Fingers,
in
Jimmy
here.
Cliff. You get some reggae.
Yeah, I like the song that they play.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
sings in the beginning of it. Steven
Okay,
Seagal
yeah, I saw
singing.
he was credited
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
Yep, it's pretty funny.
You want the punani? His reggae song.
Oh, before I forget it, I was reading some of the trivia, and then I watched an interview with Arsenio Hall when this movie was coming out.
That's cool.
He was talking to Seagal, and he brings up the trivia fact that I saw. That apparently the script was written by two dudes in the Writers Guild, and Seagal gets a hold of it and he rewrites 95% of it, but they won't give him credit for writing.
That's funny.
Apparently, the courts ruled in the favor of the two writers who originally.
It actually they sued him or something.
Yeah.
Or- wow, damn.
Yeah. Well, and then he was like, you know, if I rewrote 95% of it, shouldn't I get at least a single credit? But apparently the union's too tight.
Yeah.
But also, like, he rewrote 95% of it. Isn't that like what's that one? Odysseus' ship? Is it still the same vessel?
Yeah.
If you replace 95% of the parts.
Yeah.
He still got
That's a good
inspiration
point.
from their script.
What was that bit we just seen too, where he came out and told somebody was like, "I just read the best script I've ever read." He's like, "Yeah, whose was it?" And he was like, "It was my script." Or no, he goes, "Who wrote it?" "I wrote it."
He's goofy. Yeah, but he was telling Arsenio, he's like, "Yeah, it was all me," you know. And Arsenio was like, "Wow, you're really taking him on. Just plain spoken. Go for it, man." What do you say?
That's funny.
Oh, I mean, if you rewrite something 95%, like, what if he's just switching words around, or
Exactly.
like, how much is he making it his own original idea?
Yeah. I didn't see the original. Jake, what do you give Marked for Death?
5.
Ooh, okay.
I couldn't think of anything bad about the movie.
Okay.
It was so entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like probably, I don't know, might have been just so entertaining because in hindsight it's really funny, and me and Ian couldn't stop fucking laughing.
Yeah.
Literally
It's a good time.
It was so much fun. Yeah. We're just making jokes and shit, and it was really good. So probably 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sam?
I think this might be the most polarizing movie since like Freddy Got Fingered or Greasy
Oh, no.
Strangler, because it's a 2 for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was cheesy and had
Wait.
some funny lines, but
You didn't like Freddy Got Fingered, or
no, he didn't.
I
And
gave
then
it a
Greasy
1.
Strangler, I think you hated it
yeah?
when we reviewed it.
I like it now.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's a great movie. That one's a 5. This one's a 2. Yeah, I don't know. I'm noticing lately that I guess it's very specific action movies that I fall asleep on. So
I don't. I
this one.
mean, this might be a bad way to put it, but I feel like this is kind of more of a guy movie. Maybe
Yeah,
is that a
definitely.
good? I don't know. I don't know if that's like an
Well,
appropriate
mostly
way to put
the
it.
action genre, even look at
Yeah.
statistics, they're usually for men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean all the titties. That's
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, not many
yeah, it's
penises.
not-
I didn't see no weens in here.
Yeah.
yeah.
No romance. I don't think we get any romance in it either.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
not
don't-
really. Yeah.
Well, for a second, when he like has to go to that one place with that girl.
Yeah.
and
She
he's
seemed a little enamored by him.
She did, yeah. And so you kind of think for a second like there's gonna be something there.
The
then
chick in
he-
the white dress.
But then he has to leave. Yeah.
No.
Or
Well,
was
is
it
that
her?
the place?
She was blonde with glasses.
In Jamaica, the Jimmy
No.
Cliff is playing. I think I know what you're talking about.
She's
in the
like
States.
the CIA agent.
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
States,
yeah.
Where he like goes, he's like talking to her. She's on the second
Yeah,
floor.
yeah, yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hello.
Hey,
Can you help me?
I'm Steven Seagal. Can I get you help?
He talks in third person.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal needs your help.
I don't know, I guess action is very, very like we're gonna go get the bad guy and then win, and then it's like
Yeah.
okay, I'm tired.
I mean, what kind of action is there? Usually revenge stories,
Yeah.
Taken.
I gotta
Um,
thwart the evildoers.
yeah. Or, I mean, I guess maybe like, I'm thinking Speed. Kinda
Crank
just
was a good one.
cranked. You're on a timer, like
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah, going hella fast. He's on drugs.
Yeah,
it's fun.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not much room for romance usually in these action films either.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
kiss
depends.
at the end.
Sometimes there is they try to, like in Speed, like there's romance, I guess, with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock,
Yeah.
What about True Romance?
and that too.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, is that an action movie though? Would you call that an
Yeah, it's
action?
movie?
It is an action
I
movie.
don't know. I think it is.
Drama?
Yeah,
I
it's
guess-
kind of it's a lot of things.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between this kind of movie and like True Romance, and they're both action, but this one's just pure action. Like there's
Right.
not really too much to grab onto
Right.
other than like go get the bad guys dealing drugs to little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense. I'm Jimmy Fingers and I'm a made man. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. First Seagal movie, so maybe that'll go up after I watch a couple more of his movies. But I had fun. I'm not too impressed with Seagal.
Yeah,
he's such a oddball
we were making fun of him
person.
the entire time,
Right,
He's kind of a I don't know what to call him.
I was like
He's kind of
laughing
a
at his
fool.
fighting style and just the way he moves around.
His
like
greasy
Chris is saying, the
ponytail.
running.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. The way he talks is funny.
exactly. Yeah. Sometimes they kind of he does this kind of thing. Sometimes, and then sometimes, it goes back down again.
But there were a lot of positives. Great action, like we were saying. Great effects.
Yeah.
Keith David. Yeah. But negatives, I think I'm leaning towards what Sam's saying. Very cookie cutter action film.
But at the same, I like how it's, to me, it's kind of different with the whole Jamaican thing, and again, the villain. Like, to me, I separate this one from a lot of other ones from this. Not that it's necessarily, like, I do think it's a standout, but I don't think it's that good. A lot of it, I guess, is, but at the same time, I do think there are elements of the plot that aren't totally just like cut or paint by numbers or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I do think like it has like enough sort of its own kind of feel at times.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it. It still is like kind of like, classic action of the era, but then also like, wait, what? Like there's twins and what the fuck? Like they're cutting
I'm
chicken.
so bummed I missed out on that.
Spilling the
Dude.
blood of the chicken. What is this?
That probably would have
But-
made that movie so much more better to me with the twist ending like that.
Yeah, I like the movie.
Fucking so
even,
bummed I
even
fucking
without that, I
touched
still
that.
like the movie, but it makes it a little more fun.
Yeah.
It was good. I liked it. I'm down to watch more Seagal movies.
Yeah, he's from that era. Like that's his best by far.
I think Mark said this is his second favorite, and his first favorite is the one when he's on a nuclear submarine.
Under Siege.
Under
He's on like
Siege,
a
yeah.
battleship, I think, or something.
Oh,
or
okay. Yeah.
Aircraft carrier. I forget. He's on some sort of military ship. That one's really good. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like Under Siege 2 also.
Oh, they made a second.
Yeah,
one.
he's on a train.
Oh, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that one a lot too.
Well, that does it for our review. Let's move on to overtime if you guys are down and talk about something we've been watching.
Hey, hold on. Sorry. Two more things I forgot I wanted to bring up. The Will Sasso, Steven Seagal. How do you guys feel about that?
Matt TV.
Oh, from
That was
Mad
funny.
TV.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it forever. I remember it being pretty funny. He does a pretty decent impression from what I
Mhm.
recall.
And then what about Steven Seagal, the band?
The man?
The band.
Oh, the band?
Have you guys
Steven
ever heard
Seagal or something?
Steven Seagals.
Yeah.
It's like they do like covers with banjos and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
put a. Oh, really? Wait, that's not the one you showed me where he was talking about.
Steven Seagal has nothing to do with it. It's just
Oh,
the band, yeah.
We watched some of his music. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
He's like in a blues band and you can't even understand what the fuck he's saying.
And he's like playing the guitar, like obviously he's
thumb.
not playing. Yeah, with his thumb.
thumb.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Overtime.
Anyway.
Anything you've been watching, reading, Chris? TV shows, movies, otherwise?
Fuck. Come back to me.
Sam, what you been watching lately?
So I finally have something to report. I
Ooh.
watched The Whale this week.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That was a big deal.
I
when
thought
that
you
came
watched
out.
it when it came out.
No,
Yeah, didn't you see it
No.
in the theater, Carlos?
By myself, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was good.
yeah, I know you haven't seen it yet, and you're going to.
Yeah.
Be ready to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes I was bawling. Like normally I get like a tear or two over a movie, but I was like just sitting there letting them roll. It was a very emotional movie to me. I mean, to anyone probably. It was so good. That's all I
Oh.
gotta say about it.
Well, when I went by myself, of course, I had the same reaction, but everybody got up and was just wiping their eyes and crying all the way out. Yeah, it's a very powerful film. I like that one. Brendan Fraser in the fat suit.
Yeah,
He's good in that one.
amazing, devastating,
Devastating.
All right, it took me a second to remember. Was that it?
Mhm.
Okay, it took me a second. I was like, I just watched something. I can't fucking. I'm like, what was it? Seven. I just watched Seven for the first time.
For the first time.
For the first time.
7. What's that one about?
It's Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt.
You've never
Oh, what's in the box?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I've always heard
Yeah.
that.
In film
Insane.
class. Yeah.
I've always heard that. What's in the box?
Yeah.
I never knew what it. I obviously I never knew what it meant. I just know the reference, but
Well, tell
That
them what it's
movie
about.
was
It's about the
fucking-
7
Deadly
deadly.
Sins.
the 7 deadly sins: lust, wrath. Fucking
Was Lust the one where the guy was that the one where he had to wear the strap on?
the strap-on knife.
Was that the Lust one?
Yeah,
That one is fucking crazy.
that was pretty brutal.
I like when
he
Morgan
made me
Freeman-
fuck her.
Well, I like when Morgan Freeman, when they're at the shop, he's like, "You made this for him?" He's like, "That's not the like we make crazy shit like that all the time."
Yeah, that was a fucking really good movie.
It's a very good movie. Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
Mm-mm.
You,
I gotta-
It's a fucking.
Jake, have you ever seen Seven? What?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it. It's a crazy ass movie.
What's that movie? The brothers. It's like the Odysseus story, but they're like train hoppers. What was that? No,
Train hoppers.
I can't remember the name of it, but I think it goes over the 7 deadly sins too.
I don't know.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh,
With
they go through the
George
7 deadly
Clooney?
sins in that?
Is that the one with
remember
George
that.
Clooney
Yeah.
and they go to jail and shit and
Yeah.
they grow a beard and he's singing in a band?
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
Really?
I've only seen the trailer.
Soggy
You just
Bottom
like
Boys.
summarize the whole movie.
I've
Never seen it.
just seen the
Yeah.
trailer. That's it.
Well, you should watch that, and then I'll watch 7.
John Goodman is
I'm
the
down.
Cyclops?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another great one
Are you
too.
drinking
I haven't seen that. in
milk with
forever.
your whiskey?
And,
What?
Oh, beer.
Oh,
Milk?
that's oat beer. What is that?
What? Where did you get the idea that it was milk?
Oh,
Where?
it looks white on the top, and I can't see the
Well,
color
yeah.
of the beer.
You've never seen
It
beer
looks like-
before? That's called the head.
Sorry, it looks like milk from here. Just the angle.
This is who's like piss. He's just drinking piss.
Hey man, that's pee. Yeah, man, I'm giving it to my probation officer.
So yeah, other than documentaries, I've been watching a shit ton of documentaries. I watched that Jim Jones one you told me to watch.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I haven't finished it. I
Oh.
watched the first two episodes, so I'm still wrapping it
Oh, I
up.
need
But
to
so far,
watch
it's
that.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Crazy.
That's the Kool-Aid guy,
Did
right?
you watch the
Yeah.
one I sent you?
No,
No.
no. Well, it's on Netflix. I can only watch it when I'm out in the living room. I don't have Netflix, so I need to watch it on
okay,
Steven's account.
Juan asked if you've
No.
seen Winnie the Pooh 2. It's a lot more bloody than the first one. Is it better than the
No.
first one?
I didn't like.
'Cause
I thought the first one was a waste of time. So
I
didn't
heard it
bother
was
with it.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Does that rapist guy do the voice of him still?
Rapist
No,
guy.
not a rapist. He beats his wife. That's what he is.
Winnie the Pooh beats his wife.
the guy who does the voice.
Wow.
I don't know.
Impressive.
heard
Of
Very nice.
the old cartoons. He does a lot of voices.
Very nice.
Anyway.
Does he have a name?
Yes.
Mr. Tumnus. Ian, what have you been watching lately?
I watched Midsommar.
Oh, yeah. I love that one.
I remember when it came out, I was gonna watch it, and I never did. And I think a lot of it was because the guy that directed it did Hereditary the year before, and I was like the one person on the planet that didn't really care for that movie.
I
And
never watched it.
I just let it kind of go by the wayside, and I watched it yesterday, the day before. No, it was a Thursday. Anyway, yeah, kind of the same. Not really a big fan.
Really? Of Midsommar?
Yeah, there's a movie. Well, it unfortunately kind of got tainted by the remake with Nicolas Cage, but there's a movie from the 70s called The Wicker Man, which to me is just this movie but way better.
Okay.
So
yeah,
there's
that
and
makes
just
sense.
I don't like these. He did Beau is Afraid, which that had a whole bunch of just fuck no on it for me.
I never watched it either.
Yeah,
Joaquin.
but the thing that doesn't really jive with me with his movies is it's like he thinks tragedy is horrific, and that doesn't really register with me. Like,
Really?
yeah, like
I guess because she suffers her parents dying.
and I guess like because that was the whole thing in Hereditary. It's like, oh, it's a tragic ending. It's like, okay, like, that doesn't do anything for me. I felt the same way about Midsommar, however the fuck you say it. Like, there were some parts about it that were okay. The acting was pretty decent, but
Florence
other than
Pugh,
that,
she's
it's just,
dope.
I don't know. It's too long too. It's just, I don't know.
Well, I don't know
because
because the ending doesn't really state that tragedy is bad. Because
but it's whole like it's like, oh, it's tragic. Therefore, oh, it's horror. It's a horror movie. It's like,
but then she ends up kind of like happy.
I guess.
I don't know. It's kind of like a nice movie, actually.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, not. I mean, I wouldn't say so. I think it's just because she's. That's the thing too. They're doping him up the entire time. It's like, I don't know. Again, it's like, oh, they were bamboozled into this situation, and she's just so far gone, and probably through so much trauma and stress that she's just lost her mind. But it didn't do anything for me. I don't know.
I thought it was
Again,
interesting.
A lot of people I watch on YouTube said like they didn't like it, but I know a lot of critics liked it. So I don't know. I guess I'm in the minority. I don't know.
I liked how they dealt with their elders after like 70 years old.
Off the cliff. That was the thing too. It's like, yeah, they throw them off a cliff. Yeah, and then they bash their faces in. Like, yeah. I get it. Crazy. I get it. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Just didn't do much for me.
Interesting. Anything else? It's Midsummer.
It's like the only thing I can think of off
the
the top of my head. Watched Police Academy 7 for the first time.
Oh my god.
That was pretty bad.
They made 7 of those.
That's the last one they made.
Holy
They
shit.
go to Moscow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, what was that other one?
Did they have any of the original cast in it?
Like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Oh, man. When you usually get that deep, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, like it's maybe like if you're like James Bond, or I like the 7th Nightmare on Elm Street. Some Friday the 13th's okay, but yeah.
What's the 7th Nightmare on Elm Street?
It's the one where he like goes into the real world. It's called New Nightmare.
Juan asked if you guys are watching the new Vince.
Yeah, Jake sent me
Fuck
that.
yeah, we're gonna watch it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
I'm gonna watch that like 20 times over and over.
Yeah, that should be really
It's probably a
interesting.
series, right? Or is it just
Is it a series?
It's a docuseries.
Okay.
Yes.
Vince
They announced
McMahon?
it
Mahone?
prior to Vince McMahon getting ousted, and then Vince McMahon got ousted out of the company, and I was like, no, they're not going to do it now. It's over. There's no way they're going to do it.
They are.
And they're doing it. So apparently they started filming before, and then he got ousted, and they just kept filming, and they continued on with the documentary.
Nice.
So
Crazy.
it's going to be
That's
fucking
gonna be good.
sick.
Yeah.
So the first half of the documentary is going to be like controlled narrative, because Vince was like going to be a producer on it, like the WWE. So it was going to be like kind of a controlled narrative thing. And then after he's gone, so now it's like,
I heard he got in trouble for like sexual stuff and doing gay stuff.
Who showed me those
and-
weird texts? Was that you or Juan? He
Probably
had some
Juan.
pretty weird texts. he was
like,
talking to the ladies.
shitting on people.
Yeah. And then going to get showered up and then coming back for seconds or something.
Oh my
right.
goodness.
Yeah.
I gotta get clean and then shit on you again. Who's making it? Is it someone like who's the team that's making it?
it is the director of the person who did Tiger.
Oh, Tiger King.
Tiger King.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
People who did
okay.
Tiger
Yeah.
King.
Hmm.
So it's gonna be sick. I'm
That'd be
so
good.
excited.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm on a documentary
They've-
kick like
They've
crazy right
never
now.
done
too.
one on Vince, so
Yeah, it should be pretty
I
crazy.
watched the Lacey Peterson,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I watched
Did you watch Octopus Murders?
the other one. No, I watched the one that
Where the girlfriend gets
happened
kidnapped?
after the Gone Girl movie came out.
Yeah,
like
the
a year
American
later.
Nightmare.
That one, I saw that
Yeah.
one. That one was fucking
That's
awesome.
crazy, right?
Yes, it was fucking crazy. Detective Matt Mustard.
Yeah.
What a name!
It's like, what is
What
it,
a piece
Clue?
of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like Professor Plum and
Yeah,
Miss
That guy's a
Scarlet?
piece
Like,
of
what the
shit.
fuck?
he was
his actual
dude,
name?
Yeah, it was not a good look, man.
Mr.
And at
Mustard?
the end, it was crazy. They showed like Matt Mustard got promoted to
lead
chief
after all this piece of shit fucking.
He said some crazy ass shit. Like he said, like, yeah, often like people who get like molested when they're younger, like they later try to like, like recreate it, for like the thrill or something. And he said that to the mom.
Yeah.
And the mom was just like, what the fuck did he just say? Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's a
Vallejo
piece of shit.
Police Department. It's holy crap.
What is this?
It's called American Nightmare. It's a documentary.
Write that one down too.
Yeah, it's really good.
So you watched Lacey Peterson first?
I watched the American Nightmare one, and I had no idea about this whole case. So like, I came into it like completely blind.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know anything about it.
At first, I'm like, oh, that dude, the boyfriend, he's a fucking liar.
Yeah.
And then the girl come, and I'm like, oh, she's a fucking liar too. What the fuck? It was awesome.
Don't give it away too much.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna watch it.
Yeah. You can
talk
about it anyway.
Well, the Lacey Peterson one, I think I have like 15 minutes left because I just started watching it today.
So so you watched that one first, and it still got you that way. Because I watched Lacey Peterson first, and then I watched this one, and I was like, oh yeah, the fucking boyfriend killed her.
Yeah.
And then like, I don't know, you what?
Who's Lacey?
Yeah.
Lacey Peterson. Was
you
a
don't remember that?
Big
that was
deal.
Yeah, that was a huge deal. My mom was like totally in on watching that like 24/7 when that was going on.
She was just went missing. She was pregnant, and boyfriend
was her husband.
Husband, yeah, was like trying to help the news, trying to find her, and all this stuff. And they end up finding her and found out that he was the one that killed her.
Oh damn!
And dumped her body in the bay.
Oh jeez.
You guys were talking about that like last weekend or a couple weeks ago.
So I just watched the Unabomber documentary. That one's pretty crazy. It hit here in Sacramento, and they even
he bombed places in Sacramento.
He bombed here in Sacramento. He was from Montana, and he was just
Is that where he was from there?
Yeah, he had a house up there.
But was he actually from there? I know he went to Harvard.
Yeah, he went to Harvard. He's a super smart guy.
Yeah.
Hella smart dude. And the whole documentary, it's him like doing interviews. You actually hearing him talk and doing an interview with this other. I think she was. It was people who were protesting against the environment, and they were grouping it in, thinking that they were the ones that were doing the bombing because of the people he was attacking. So when he ends up getting caught, she comes in and interviews him, and he was like, she's the only one I'll let interview me, and he interviews the whole thing. And
wow.
But yeah, when they caught him, they fucking brought him here to Sacramento to try him here in our jail. Funny story, which is probably not true. Jones said he was in jail with him.
No way,
yeah.
dude.
I was in jail, and I was roommated with.
Is that where he got his look?
Yeah, maybe. But hey, dude, so he had a little cabin up in Montana where he's making all these bombs and shit. That's a real good documentary. If you guys get a chance.
So okay.
So they fucking lifted his cabin and brought it here to Sacramento, dude.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, as evidence and fucking.
Now it's in like an FBI locker.
How would he make his bombs?
It was always different. He was always like progressing and trying to.
He did pipe bombs.
He did pipe bombs. He would make
but in the mail.
He would make
he
books
in the mail?
to where somebody opened the book and was like, "Hey, read this. It's a really good book," and they open it and blows up. Fucking. He did ones where it had an altitude. I've heard thermometer or something on it. So once the plane hit a certain altitude, it would blow up the plane.
Did he actually do that? He didn't blow up a plane though, did he?
He blew up a plane, but it didn't. They were able to land. Nobody was injured.
Oh, okay.
Holy smokes,
that's good.
Was he also like mailing anthrax or like?
No, he
was
just mailing bombs.
That was after 9/11.
Yeah.
I forget how that happened.
I think that was the CIA.
The CIA
had
was
to be
doing
an
that.
inside job, right?
I mean, maybe I don't know.
It was mailing
I remember that was like right after 9/11, if I'm not mistaken.
That was a big deal. They always
Yeah.
said, "Watch your mail, dog.
Yeah,
Watch your mail. You're getting anthrax."
Why was he called the Unabomber?
Because he started off mailing and airline, so it was it stands for United National Airline Bomber.
Okay.
Or something like that. I think it had something to do with because he bombed the plane.
Gotcha.
Damn.
So they started calling him the Unabomber.
Gotcha.
And, because he was mailing and they were flying planes delivering his bombs.
You read the manifesto yet?
No, but that was a big thing too about them talking about releasing the manifesto to be able to catch him. And,
Oh,
And why was he? Yeah, what was
Yeah.
his motive? He just thought that the government betrayed him or something, or that the
I don't
government-
know.
No, it's terrifying. It's the industrial like revolution,
Like
was horrible for
technology.
mankind.
Yeah,
Oh,
technology.
so we
is
needed
gonna fucking-
regrets?
And we'll progress so far that we'll kill ourselves.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and
Go
he's
back.
on to something,
Gotcha.
dude.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
a
Yeah.
little bit.
He's fucking.
Yeah, his
I-
methods were skewed, but
I
I mean,
read
he
it
had a
in
point.
2020 when the skies were on fire in California
Yeah,
and all the
I
forest
remember
I need to
fires.
read it.
Yeah.
I read it and I was like, oh, this guy's on his own. That's kind
Yeah.
of scary.
I know Bill Burr like has talked. I forget if it was on his podcast or something. He was saying how like we should have like really slowed down, and then he's like, I think in the '90s we hit it good, and then we didn't know how to stop.
Yeah.
So I think in the '90s technology would like hit its peak, and we just kind of just fucked everything up since.
And
Which
maybe
in a way, he's kind of, in my opinion, he's kind of right.
maybe Y2K would have been a good thing if it actually happened.
Maybe.
Joe Rogan's been workshopping an idea where he thinks that we're like a cocoon, he says, humanity is, and we're trying to build ourselves up to become a butterfly, a cybernetic butterfly. We'll eventually start
Nice.
putting like chips in our brains, and we'll
Like
become one
like
with the
South Park movie.
computers. Yeah. Is that in there? Is that
Yeah,
in
they
South
put
Park?
a chip in Cartman's head, so when he says fuck or shit, it zaps him. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like Elon
yeah.
Musk, he put the Neuralink chip in that guy who's like, who can't move or anything, and now he can play like Call of Duty like a pro. He just like looks at somebody and
Wow,
can,
what a benefit to society.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad somebody got that. Thank you, Jake.
So cold hearted.
Yo, some guy that can't move his arms or legs. He's pretty much
Yeah, he's playing
can't
Call of
do
Duty now.
shit.
Oh, great. Glad it was used for good use.
Fuck, dude. At least you get some enjoyment out of life. I have all my limbs and I can do stuff, and that's still what I do for fun.
Well,
Cool.
that's the beta test, and then what
Oh,
happens
okay.
after that, you know.
Next he'll
This
be
is like first
mean
gen.
next he'll be playing I don't know, Mario Kart.
No, he plays a lot of games. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
You can
All-
jailbreak them and get
There you
games for
go.
free.
Yeah, there you go. Jailbreak his chip.
Oh my goodness.
That's so good.
I gotta recommend. Me and Sam went to the theater and watched Strange Darling.
I haven't heard of that.
I know, right? My cousin recommended. He said it might
Okay.
be my favorite horror movie of the year.
Wow.
So I had to go check it out. Turns out it's a very, very good horror film.
Barbara Hershey's in it. That's cool.
Yeah, Willa Fitzgerald.
I
She's
dig
a great
Julia, wow.
final girl, and Kyle Gallner, who Red Letter Media really like.
Huh.
He's
What else has
running
he
around
been
the
in?
woods, going after him. Oh, well, Red Letter Media did like a whole marathon, a Kyle Gallner marathon. I don't know if you watched that
No,
one.
I've never heard of this dude.
There are a lot of kind of like B movies that nobody's really
He's
heard
in the new
of.
Screams. Ugh.
Yeah, he's in the Screams, the
Yeah,
Smiles.
Smile. Ugh.
But they were talking about a lot of like lesser known stuff.
Dinner in America, I think they mentioned.
Dinner in Crime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I do remember when they reviewed that.
He's in something called The Passenger, Mother May I. But yeah, this is just a fantastic movie. At one point, they run into an old couple up in the woods, and bad things happen to the couple because she's getting chased by the bad guy. But it also shows the backstory to the couple, and I just think it's so sweet. They're making like the most disgusting breakfast ever. It's like pancakes, and he like slathers like bacon grease on top of it, and puts like a whole can of like jam on. It's the grossest thing. you've
More
ever seen.
grease.
I'm just gonna say that, yeah.
More
This
grease.
is not the agreement. In this house, we cook greasy, and this is not it.
But it's so sweet. It's just like a little slice of life between this couple. Is like a little backstory. Oh, let me try
Yeah,
to.
Barbara
share
was
screen.
the older woman, and I adored
Nice.
her in it.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's in this movie called The Entity, which is a really great movie.
Ooh.
She's in a lot of movies back in the day.
Yeah, but this is great. I can't recommend it enough. And I follow the director JT Molnar and Kyle Gallner on Twitter, and they're just trying to promote it as much as they can, because it's not like from a big studio; it's a smaller film. Very good film. Check
Yeah.
out Strange Darling
Nice.
this weekend if you guys have any time.
Yeah, it's cool.
Does anybody else have any recommendations?
Not really.
All right. That about does it for this week, guys. Hopefully we'll be back next week with Street Fighter. We'll figure that out. There's a Friday the 13th coming up.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if you want to watch Jason X number 10.
Whatever you guys want to do.
I might have to. I don't know if you could do a watch through like on what's it called, Discord, and then I'll beam in for the review because I'm going to be out of town for a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay, for sure.
But I definitely want to join on the Jason X one.
Yeah,
I want to see it. First of all, I haven't seen it yet.
That's like one of the only ones I saw as a kid. And
that's the only one I haven't seen yet. I've seen them all, but that was the only one I haven't seen.
I'm a sci-fi guy. I like the sci-fi channel, so getting some sci-fi and horror mixed in there. Forget about it.
Pretty fun.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for leaving comments. We read all the comments. We love seeing you down there. Tell us what movies we should watch for October. We're still trying to pin down what we're gonna watch. I think you were thinking the Madman. Madman. I was thinking maybe 20th anniversary of Shaun of the Dead to get a zombie movie in for that month. So we got like a slasher film, a zombie film. What else should we put in there? Ghost movie? I don't know. Give us your suggestions down below in the comments, everybody. And until next time, signing off. Later, everybody.
Bye.